What's happening, guys? Mike from Sanctified Rebellion here again to talk a bit about some good comic news that came out this week. I've been a huge fan of comic books ever since I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. Obviously I couldn't read them, but I loved the pictures and I loved Superman and Spider-Man stories. So comic books have been a part of my life ever since I was a little kid, and I still love them today. Good news that came out this week is that Peter Parker is once again going to be thwipping through the skyline of New York City as Spider-Man. That's right, they're restarting the Amazing Spider-Man comic book series. And for those of you who might not really be in the know that much, about almost 2 years ago, maybe a little less than 2 years, Dan Slott, who has been the main writer on the Amazing Spider-Man comic series for quite some time, decided to end the Amazing Spider-Man long-running series, which had been running since like the 60s, at issue 700. The reason why this was so vitally important wasn't just that, the Amazing Spider-Man series had been going on for so long, but it was the fact that he planned to kill Peter Parker. That right there was enough to tweak off every fanboy across the planet, this one included. And it wasn't just that he decided to kill off Peter Parker. No. Mr. Dan Slott had to go one step further and take Doc Ock and stuff his consciousness inside Peter Parker's body and switch Peter Parker's consciousness into Doc Ock, who was dying, and kill Peter off that way. So now you have Doc Ock inside Peter Parker's body, and he decides that he's going to live Peter Parker's life and be the superior Spider-Man. Now this was kind of an interesting take on the character, something fresh that I think needed to happen, but I wasn't happy about it, and apparently neither were millions of other people who decided to tweet Dan a whole bunch of death threats. But hey, on the flip side of that, fans were passionate about this character, and a lot of them were converted over, again myself included, by the work that Dan Slott did with the story and the character of Doc Ock / Peter Parker / Superior Spider-Man. Many fans predicted from the get-go, though, that this was not going to be a permanent fix. As we all know, in May of this year, 2014, The Amazing Spider-Man #2 comes out to movie theaters. So with that being said, you could kind of guess that it was only a matter of time before they decided to bring Peter Parker back. I mean, it would be bad for business to have the movie franchise, Amazing Spider-Man, who has Peter Parker in the lead, and then have the comic book series who has Doc Ock in the lead. It just really wouldn't work out well, that wouldn't mesh. It was obvious that the whole idea of killing off Peter Parker, ending the Amazing Spider-Man, and bringing on Superior Spider-Man was a means to boost sales. It's all about the business. The money. And that's okay. Without money, these companies couldn't produce comic books based on the characters that we all know and love. It was a super smart decision on their part to do this series this way. But it's even smarter now to bring back Peter Parker. I have to say that I'm super excited to see Peter Parker slinging his webs all over the city, saving people, and always having that nice witty comeback for all the bad guys. I'm really excited that Dan Slott is going to be taking over the writing again on the Amazing Spider-Man relaunch. I think Dan has a very deep understanding of Peter Parker as a character. He understands the wit, the humor, but also the angsty side that Peter has. Now, I think it's going to be interesting to see how he decides to bring Peter Parker back to life and, how that's going to work out, because does that mean that Superior Spider-Man is now going to end and Doc Ock is going to go away? Or it's just going to be interesting to see creative kind of ideas that he has for resurrecting Peter Parker. So my question to you guys is, what do you think about the Amazing Spider-Man's return? Are you excited to see Peter Parker back as Spider-Man, or would you rather see the Superior Spider-Man with Doc Ock continue on a little bit further? Also, are you excited about the movie that comes out in May? Do you think this was a smart business decision for Marvel? Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Alright guys, hey, check it out. I need you guys to please like the video, share it, favorite it, subscribe to the channel, keep coming back. I got some other good content on the way. This weekend I'm going to attempt to film a video about the movie Carrie, the remake, doing a review of that movie and kind of drawing out some of the deeper themes that maybe people didn't catch in there. Also, I'm thinking of doing a vlog every day. I don't know if that's going to be like, a topical thing or just, me in my daily life type of thing, talking about whatever comes up. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright guys, that's all I got. Peace.